From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. There he goes, right side. Still going. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Great first drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has.
Yikes.
They're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
Oh, wow.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much.
Yo, would be hot.
At the 21. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Now this throw caught left side.
Go lay down, bro. Like, what are you
fucking doing? Position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Pierre. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up.
Yo, he's about to raise hell.
And they will finally bring this run back Back to it in.
Oh my God, he's about to raise hell.
At the 4. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Camp. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession to come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Damn, bro.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call. They were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Running left, it's Strong. Well, they nearly sprung him that time. As
Please
he
go lay down. Go.
Down to the
Hey, what are you doing?
10 more
go lay down.
Another first down.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Strong again.
Shit, man got pancaked.
And bulldozing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing in traffic there, and that's complete. And the Browns are going to
He must have a dev up or some shit with him.
Tackle is made at about the 5. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And that's going to be caught for the Browns touchdown.
He definitely has a dev up.
Great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Keep forcing shit to him.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Oh, shit. Why the fuck?
What the fuck?
Knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Look at this Browns defense.
Wrong shit.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they get hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board. They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Throws right side, and that's complete. It's a big play here for Vegas. 63 yards.
First and goal, Raiders.
Touchdown. From a yard out. And the Raiders had 6 to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Round 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Let me get another fumble real quick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Oh shit, he almost
tackled
had that
at
shit.
the 21-yard line, so a
That's
net
an
negative
innovation
there of
for
4
it.
yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And 5 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Why don't you just let it run out?
An entertaining start to this one. More to come. On to the second
Definitely
for
has a
Cleveland.
devil for
It's
that
the Browns
guy.
in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, they'll throw.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 126 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. This to Jacobs on the toss right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get. That type
what
of
are you crying for? Go lay down. You're fine.
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly.
Run commits. What am I going to do on that shit?
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there,
the moment that I bring out this fucking
dry up near the
sweet,
goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the
right on that shit
and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll run with Jacobs.
The fuck?
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Okay, this could be it. This could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
That was just forcing shit to him. Like, wow.
So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hey, look at this.
He's got a man complete.
Oh, now you're fucked. You better hope he comes back.
Whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's a throw that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Moehrig. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that
go lay down,
do
go.
you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Camp. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He'll buy some time right.
All right, I'm glad I got it off.
He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returning
you absolutely take everything.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Just have to kick the shit out every time.
The Browns drive about to get started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned
how the fuck did that shit mess up my game?
into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
What the fuck?
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
Holy fuck,
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now he'll
got
try
me
to
with
run
that.
with this. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 174 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a give to Jacobs running right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up. Now they'll change things around before the snap. To throw on 3rd down. Camp. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter.
Okay, break.
Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, smash Broncos. Ready?
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Raiders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Give up the middle to Strong.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run.
Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, an 18-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Raiders.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Browns, 35-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this time he's going backwards.
You make me
So
want to
after
pass
the
it on you,
gain
bro.
on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Is this nigga in the fucking goal line? What the fuck?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5
It was in a
to the
goal
4.
line for me. What the
7 yards on
fuck?
the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 48. Browns 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Moore now to return, taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Right back to Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're going option play on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.